Ich bin hier mit Josh und Tyler von 21 Pilots. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good.
Great.
Yeah, did you just arrive and get in?
We did. Like true headline fashion.
Nice one.
Rolled into the festival super late.
And was it your first time in Berlin?
No. How many times have we been to Berlin?
We've been to Berlin like 10 times, maybe more.
And first time at Lollapalooza Berlin though?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
I don't know. What are you looking forward to?
I'm actually looking forward to seeing you play. Let's talk about Stressed Out.
Yeah.
Your single, big song. Huge success, my gosh.
Massive.
Massive. You did good. Did you expect that?
No, not at all. In fact, when we were recording it, we talked about the idea of the word blurry face being in a song and how that doesn't even make sense to the casual listener. And I just told her, I was like, listen, it's going to be the name of the record. There's a whole narrative behind it. I promise it'll make sense. But the whole idea was this will be some deep cut song on the record, and there's no way that it's going to, do anything significant, at least not in the, mainstream. And then all of a sudden it became a single, and people were going, what does blurry face even mean?
Yeah, I want to know too. What does blurry face mean?
Well, it's the name of the couple records ago, and it's just a character that I use to kind of act as a counter to myself as I'm writing. Give me a place to start as a writer.
Is that like an alter ego type thing that you need, like, to sort of get out of your own head, or?
I mean, if he were here now, he probably would walk out.
Oh, really? Why am I doing that bad in the interview, or is that?
Well, he doesn't think you're doing that great, but I think you're doing great.
Okay, great. Well, I'm happy I'm having the interview with you and not with blurred face. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay. And how did you come up with a name? Why did you start that, or like why in the first place? Is that because you need to dip into like a different area to even start being creative, or?
I don't remember how the name came up. I just know that it seems like it always has been that name. Yeah, as a songwriter, sometimes you can protect yourself, kind of remove yourself from the words and the art in a way that it's a bit of an instrument to preserve who you are by tapping into a different stream of consciousness to talk about maybe someone else or someone else's issues or. And for me, I never really connected with anyone in a way where I could just write about someone else's problems. So I wanted to write about my own, but in a way that I still felt like there was some metaphor in between what I was saying and what was being understood. So blurry face being someone that I could stare at across the table, looking at him, and him representing everything that I don't like about myself, helped me be able to do that. It's hard writing songs.
Is it? That I was going to ask next.
Well,
like,
it's hard to say, I don't know what you would say if you wrote songs, but for me, when I started writing songs, is because I was wanting a spot and a place to say something that I felt like I couldn't just say on camera.
But do you have the feeling that's something that comes from because of the way that you were brought up? I mean, because really everybody should have the freedom of being able to talk about whatever feeling that you have. And where does that sort of, what do you call it? Feeling of, I guess, insecurity, if I may call it, come from, that you don't feel like you can talk, if that's...
Yeah, but you don't talk to people about what you're insecure about. I mean,
but then isn't that music the art form, like a painter uses a painting to express themselves? I mean, isn't that the reason why you get into music, is to actually express that part, like you say?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I got into music in the first place. And, Josh and I, that's why I connected with Josh so quickly. As friends first, before we even started playing music together, is that we felt like we could say those things to each other, and especially when it came to specifically music and what we wanted to accomplish. Sitting here where we are today, it'd be hard for you to believe, but the truth is, this is what we were talking about way back then. But we didn't want to say it in front of anyone else because they'd probably think we're crazy. But yeah, that's why we connected.
And then also, I was going to ask you wanted to be a basketball player.
I did.
Yeah, and you weren't allowed to listen to music. Is that when you were a kid as well?
No music.
No
No
music.
music
No
allowed.
music whatsoever. And you had to
music at all.
sneak. You had to sneak out.
Just a
and,
very
Just noises.
curated list of yeah.
Your dad forced you to listen to him mow the lawn.
I was only allowed to listen to recordings of basketball games.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what did you want to do when you were younger?
I wanted to play the drums. Yeah,
It's not what you told me astronaut.
Oh. Well, there was a time when I was really young where I wanted to be a cowboy, but also be like a special police officer.
Like a sheriff.
On a horse?
Like a tactical, like stopping terrorists and stuff.
Oh.
But I also wanted to work at NASA. So I had some dreams.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been an astronaut in hindsight. That would have been cool.
Seems high stress.
Well, I think once I learned that you get sick really easily because of all the centrifugal force, I was out.
Yeah, and you have to do like a lot of workout
Thrown.
and everything, and then you eat like astronaut stuff like food. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to be thrown up in my helmet.
Since you do have a very, very big fan base, what question do you think they would like to hear?
What'd you eat for breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast today.
I didn't either.
Actually, there was a donut place. Stayed here in Berlin today. I was walking with my wife. She saw a donut place. She's got Donut Dar. I don't know if you know what that is, but she knows
Donut
where.
Bar, yeah.
She spots it, and we start walking to it. And the lady behind the counter was very nice. Come on in, try the donuts. Like, what do you want? I'm thinking, wow, this is a really nice donut spot. Get the donuts, take a bite. Not good
Why?
at all.
They were vegan.
They were vegan.
I saw the place too,
Listen,
and
I've got no issue with the lifestyle or that choice, but when you're not ready for a vegan
No,
donut
it's-
and you think it's going to be a regular donut, and then I was like, that's why she was so nice.
But I think you guys did good because at least now we can listen to your music thanks to Blurred Face and to you and to you. And I'm happy that you didn't become a cowboy and you didn't become a basketball player because we can see you play live tonight.